Okay, guys, on one corner we have Batman v Superman. On the next corner, we got Captain America Civil War. Which is going to be the best superhero of 2016? Who knows? But let's talk about the one that I'm more anticipated in. Hey, everybody, this is David, and today I'm going to be talking about Batman v Superman versus Captain America Civil War. I'm going to be comparing them and telling you what I think is going to be my most anticipated and why. So now that both trailers dropped, I think it's a good time to talk about these two movies a little bit. I really loved both trailers. And Marvel has a great track record with their films. Ever since the first Iron Man, I have loved every film that Marvel has released. Even Captain America, the first Avenger, the first Captain America movie. I really enjoyed that movie. Even though, in my opinion, it is the weakest film of the bunch. And to me, that's not even saying much because I enjoyed it that much, right? I enjoyed it a lot that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if that's the weakest link. It's still an enjoyable movie. A lot of people will say, well, DC has a lot of hits and misses. Let's really think about that. They have the Dark Knight trilogy. Green Lantern, okay, that was a miss. A lot of people seem to like Watchmen. It kind of got mixed reviews, but lots of people seem to like it. I love Superman Returns. I think it's an underrated film. I love Man of Steel, probably even more than Superman Returns. And that one I know it's kind of like Watchmen, where some people love it, some people hate it. And personally, I think Man of Steel is brilliant, but whatever. And of course, let's not forget the old Batman and Superman movies, the Richard Donner Superman film, or Superman 2, or even the Michael Keaton Batman films. And I'll give the Val Kilmer, Jim Carrey Batman movie a little pass too. It wasn't great, but it was enjoyable. So, with that being said, okay, DC has a lot of Batman and Superman movies. So you'd think Batman v Superman would be something really cool because, they've done pretty good with those two characters so far. But a lot of people seem to doubt them. Now, what about the trailers? Captain America Civil War just had their trailer released this week. I talked about it in a previous video, so if you haven't seen that, check it out after. And I will say, I'm really pumped. I'm once again pumped. But when I think about the Batman v Superman trailer, I think I'm more excited for that one more. I think that one blew my mind more. Mostly because when I was watching the Captain America Civil War trailer, I felt like, okay, this is awesome, but I've kind of seen these characters interact before, so I know what I'm kind of getting. Sort of, because obviously this is the big blowout that we've been waiting for since the first Avengers movie. Captain America, or Steve Rogers, and Tony Stark have had a little bit of bumping heads, and so it's going to be really cool to see that all come finally to frustration. Finally getting the blows on each other that they were kind of alluding to in the first Avengers film. But this Batman v Superman movie, it's the first time we are seeing Batman and Superman on the big screen together. To me, this is like the first Avengers movie, where it's something we haven't seen yet before, which is why Batman v Superman is the one that I'm more pumped up for. I think I can't wait to see it. It looks great, and I hope it lives up to that. Me, I don't think I'm too worried about it letting me down because I loved Man of Steel and I love the Dark Knight trilogy. Even though Christopher Nolan has nothing to do with this Batman v Superman film, I like what Zack Snyder has done. 300, Watchmen, and even Man of Steel. So to me, Snyder has a pretty good track record. I even like that animated movie he did, The Legends of Ga'Hoole. I thought that was it wasn't a great movie, but it was a pretty decent film. And I heard Sucker Punch sucks, so I didn't even bother watching that one. These are the first two superheroes ever to be put on the comic books, right? Superman came out in 1938, Batman 1939, and all the other superheroes followed, right? I mean, Marvel only came in the 60s, so that shows how much, Batman and Superman are so iconic. And I go to people at my work. These people don't know nothing about superheroes, and I'll ask some of these people at work. They're pretty older people, right? And I'll ask them, so do you know Spider-Man or Wolverine or any of? No, they look at me clueless, like, what the heck is this guy talking about? But I asked them about Batman and Superman. They know who that is. Batman and Superman, these two have to come together for the first time. I remember during when Smallville was airing, when I heard rumors that Bruce Wayne was going to be appearing on Smallville, I was so excited. And then I was so let down that it never happened in all of those 10 seasons, you know? And now we have Gotham and Supergirl. We're not seeing these characters cross over yet. The only way I could see them cross over was in animated form. This is going to be the first live action film where they're teaming up, kicking ass together. Well, first they're going to be kicking each other's asses, and then they're going to be teaming up, kicking whoever the bad guy's ass might be, whether it's Lex Luthor or whoever the fuck it is. I can't wait for this movie. I think it's going to be great, and that's why I think everybody else should be pumped up for Batman v Superman. Now, I get it, everybody has their own opinions, and there's all these Marvel religious people out there who only want to see what Marvel says. I'm not a Marvel fan. I'm not a DC fan. I am a superhero fan, and I'm going to be excited for the next movie that gives me something new and umps up the ante, takes things to the next level. And this is going to the next level for DC. So that's pretty much why I'm excited about it. So guys, with that being said, I think I'm done with this video. Those are my thoughts on Batman v Superman and Captain America Civil War. I can't wait for them both. I just prefer Batman v Superman a little bit more because it's something different and that we haven't gotten yet from DC, and really rooting. I hope we're all rooting for DC. We want DC to get in the game so we can have great movies from DC and great movies from Marvel, because guess what? On television, we're getting great TV shows from both. So I think it's time for the movies to give us great different tastes from both companies. So let's hope for the best, and can't wait for 2016. It's looking good. By the way, I am also looking really forward to X-Men Apocalypse. I don't want to rule them out too. Fox is doing good with X-Men. Just Fantastic Four, they should give it back to Marvel already.